All right there. Hello, 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 and good evening. I'm going to present here just a sort of a quick, relatively quick, sort of warm up for if you're about to start playing some Tai Chi or Tai Chi, as people might be familiar with. This is sort of like a little series that kind of comes out of Chen Tai Chi, or at least I've seen, in some of my research, people who are sort of, the big guys in the sort of Chen family realm do this routine or things like that with it. Now, there is one point a little bit towards the end. It's going to look a little silly, um, or at least it might to sort of those of us here in like America or the West, but it does have a function, and I'll talk about that when we kind of get to it. And speaking of getting to it, here we go. So the first one, I don't have fancy names for these or anything, but this one I do call the Vanderlei after the fighter Vanderlei Silva, because he used to do it when they're in the ring and in the corner calling it, and he looked like this. I can't do it because I can't be that mean looking. I just can't. But it's bring your palms together with your fingers linked and make circles with the wrist. So it's almost, you're more making a figure eight. I know a lot of people somehow have problems with this, and you can hear, I don't know if you can hear the horrible destruction of my wrists with this. This helps warm up the wrists, getting all that in there, and just make those figure eights with the wrists. And we're going to reverse. Sometimes that gets people too. They can do one way but not another. Just do your best with it. None of this has to be super amazing or horribly picturesque. Just kind of do your best. Get a little warm up in there. Good. So this next one, we're going to be about shoulder width apart with the feet parallel. Bend the knees a little bit so that the knees are going right out over the feet. And we're going to take our hands in this sort of hip plane, and we're going to make circles. Just make circles. So we're kind of warming up the shoulders a little bit in the elbows, getting the body used to moving in that fluid circular motion. If you want to try and maybe make it a little bit more challenging, breathe in and breathe out. So you want to breathe in, coming back, breathe out, coming forward. Two more, one more, and we're going to reverse. So we're going to go the other way. So again, breathe in and breathe out. Remember, what you do to one side, you do to the other, because algebra is good for you. Symmetry is a wonderful thing. Just nice, gentle circles. Good. So we're going to take our hands out, touch our elbows. And again, with a sort of bend and raise of the body, leading from here, from the dantian, we're going to make circles with the elbows. So just draw circles with the elbows. Nice big circles. If your shoulders popping or crunching, that's all right. We're getting that to move out and some of that stuff to clear out. Let's do one more after this. Good. And so again, what we do one way, we do to the other. So keep the hands here on the shoulders and make circles going the other way. So not only the shoulders can this rotate, it's kind of keeping that blood flow through the elbows and that upper chest area. And you're getting the body used to moving with the rotations that you're doing. Do two more. Good. So next one, a couple of these we have done in some of the other videos. We're going to kind of keep this going with it as well. Have our hands in front of the chest. Pull the elbows back. Bring the hands in front. Turn the palms over. Bring the thumbs back. So we're actually going elbows and palms. Elbows and palms. Elbows and palms. Elbows and palms. Just back and forth. If you want to alternate which hand comes in front, I like doing that. It's generally what I do. Shoulder's kind of tweaked out at the moment. I think I overdid it the other day. So this is good to kind of get that to stretch out. Again, getting that back to stretch, that blood to move, upper chest and then the shoulders, the deltoids. Good, and from here, keep the arms in front, and we're going to turn to the side, stretch back, come back halfway, and go again. So it's going to be bouncing from side to side. Yet again, another one you might have seen in one of these other warm-ups or stretching sort of videos, but it's good. Getting the spine to warm up, getting the hips to warm up. Just bouncing side to side. You want to take care of that spine. Someone with a spinal injury, trust me, you want to take care of the spine. Good, couple more. Last one. Good. So what we're going to do here, we're going to do this kind of over two levels. And what we're going to do, just get the arms nice and loose, nice and relaxed. Get it, you want to be able to sort of turn the body and have the arms just sort of follow. So they're kind of just like little, like dead ropes or dead fish just kind of hanging there on you. And we're going to turn side to side and let the wrists and arms just kind of hit around the hips. Just stay real loose, even up through the neck, you know, from the neck down through the traps and deltoids. So the arms, you might even be able to see like my kind of hands flap a little bit. It's just nice and loose, nice and relaxed. Kind of working, not only working the spine and getting that to sort of twist and massage itself, but massaging the organs a little bit and keeping that tension out of the neck, shoulders, and arms. So here's the one level. We're going to turn and lead again with the hips and spin a little bit more. Bring the arms up around like the stomach or lower chest, solar plexus kind of area. So again, my arms are being driven by the turning of my hips, not by movement in the shoulders. Again, massaging the spine. Couple more. Now to bring it back down, I'm going to go back to that first level, just around the hips. Since we kind of brought energy up, we want to sink it and root it back down. Good. One more each side. Good. All right. Yeah, this is not the sort of silly one I mentioned before. Again, this might have some people like, oh, it's funny. Just kind of think of it. You're trying to keep core stuff and functional mobility, functional flexibility as well. So we're going to have our hands on the hips and just hula hoop it out. So big circles with the hips. So we're getting the hips to warm up and get them to move in an appropriate and functional way. You know, kind of having this be real hard to do, or you feel that kind of hip sliding in and out. It's not good. We're going to reverse. Kind of feel this in like your lumbar, just the lower back. '24. I've also seen where they mention stuff with the like tailbone and sacral part as 26 vertebrae. I think it's, we're going to stop there. I think it's 7 in the neck, which is the cervical, which means about 12 through the thoracic, which is the sort of the majority, like behind here, part of the back. And as it comes in, you got 5 lumbar. And you got the sacral ones underneath that that goes into the tailbone. Okie dokie. So from here, I'll do this so you might be able to do it either way. So you can come forward, or it might be helpful to see it from the side. So you step out, feet are about shoulder width still. Back foot's aiming towards the corner, not to the side or front, just to the corner. Hands on the hips, square the hips to where your front leg is going. And I'm going to push forward and push back. Push forward and push back. Just with the heel, from heel to heel. Push forward and back. Just nice and easy. It's not so much as just sort of rocking, and we don't want to come up and down. We want to keep our head level and just push forward and back. So it's going to keep the hips and like the joint and the hollow in here, the qua, in the Chinese call it, nice and relaxed. One more. Good. We do the same thing on the other side. So again, about hip width, or yeah, hip shoulder width. Front foot straight, back foot to the corner, not to the side or front, but to the corner. We're going to sit in, keep your head level, and push forward and push back. It's nice and easy through the heels. So it's almost like the legs sort of load like springs. Good, 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 good. Okie dokie. So we're going to have, go back with the knees a little bit. So we're going to go a little bit wider than shoulder width. Kind of hinge. And we're going to make circles with the knees. So we're going to go kind of in, and then we're going to reverse it and go out. So we're going to go in and out and around. Now you want to feel your weight through your feet. You don't want to feel it catching in the knees. So you want to feel your heels into the ground. One more, and reverse. Good. Now we're going to bring the feet and knees together, and we're going to make circles all together. So we're going to bend, again, hinge, and make circles together as the sun blinds me in one eye from my glasses. Oh, that's better. Whew. And one more. Again, your knees might make some popping sounds. That's all right. 2 more. Last one. Good. All right. Yes. A lot of things making a lot of popping sounds. All right. So next we're going to kind of keep tracking down a little bit. So take your one foot. I'm going to start with my right. I'm going to plant the toes, lift up the heel, and make circles with the heel. So you're kind of pivoting on the toe and almost like trying to draw circles with the back of the heel. I'm going to add a little bit to this here. That's not in the other stuff that I saw, but Tai Chi student I had who's also did some personal training kind of showed me it. And we're going to reverse. So again, what you do to one side, you do to the other. To remind people how important algebra is, as well as symmetry. And we're going to switch. So other foot. Again, plant the toes, lift the heel, make circles with the heel. And reverse. I won't stop clicking. That's a little weird. All right. Good. So the thing I'm adding here is we're going to kind of do the similar thing. So we're going to lift up and we're going to step back behind and we're going to rotate more into the hip. So the hip is going to make the circles and the rest of the leg's going to follow. But we almost want to have it like with before with the arms, keeping the leg nice and relaxed. That's going to get a little bit of extra rotation in with the knee and the ankle as well. It also keeps the hip flexible and warmed up. And reverse. And those of us with tiny little mountain man barbarian hips or hip tendons, you got to keep those flexible. Got to keep them warmed up, strong and ready, because otherwise they just don't want to work. Good. We're going to switch. So same. Lift the heel, still popping. Lift the heel, step back, circle the hip. And reverse. Good. Okay, this is the one that I had mentioned might look or even feel a little silly. It does to me a little bit. I had to kind of play with it to be like, whoa, why are we doing this? I found that it is actually pretty good for coordinating kind of the whole body together, especially in just sort of being able to release out just some tension and get the whole body as a unit to kind of be relaxed and move together in one unified way without holding on to a lot of tension. So it's going to look a little silly. I know. I'll do this sometimes on my own. I don't usually do this in the class that much, but so the hands are going to kind of swing back and forth, and we're going to go to the side and to the side. Just let the arms swing with the movement of the body, and the movement of the body is really going to be driven how we're kind of moving the legs. So we're going to kick out and kick. So it's good, and we're not actually like throwing a kick or anything like that. It's just we're going to come back, we're going to step, kind of reset, and out. And just let it out. So it's kind of load and release. And kind of, usually it's going to be out and out. And you step and kick. But if you need that extra kind of half step to load and step out to kind of get the coordination, you can do that as well. Ideally, it's just sort of out and out. So when you step, turn the toe out. You can't see it. Turn the toe out so you can go right into it. Just let it release. Again, I know how it looks, but it's actually kind of good for you. They wouldn't have been using this, especially in the Chen family, if there wasn't a use for it within the training. it wouldn't have lasted several generations. And there's some pretty tough people in with that. They wouldn't just leave stuff in for no reason. Good. Okie dokie. So we got two more. This next one, we're going to kind of go back to where we did in the beginning with the circles. We're going to keep our palms down. So exhale. We breathe in, turn the palms in, flip them up, and sink slightly. So now we're going to breathe in, turn in, and reverse that. Exhale, push down. Breathe in. So the hands are actually going to push in, split, sink slightly, and they're going to press in, turn out, and press down. Breathe in, out. Breathe in, and out. Breathe in, out. Breathe in and out. Breathe in and down. Let's do two more. In and down. So one more. I am very shiny. Good. Last one is going to close us out. Big circles to the sides. Turn the palms down, press down as we exhale. So we're going to inhale nice and big. Palms are going to turn down. Exhale, press down from the head, past the solar plexus, down through the lower dantian, and release. Let it disperse out, up. Exhale and down. And breathe in. And breathe out. Nice and smooth. Exhale and down. Inhale and up. Exhale and down. Let's do three more. They seem to enjoy it, eh? One more. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's my neighbors. Good. Okay. So that's just a little sort of Chen warm-up for Tai Chi stuff. So hope you liked it. Hope it was helpful. A lot of those I do use when I teach my Tai Chi classes. A lot of them have ended up, most of them are pretty much in regular use for my warm-ups when I teach my Tai Chi and other stuff. So hope you like it. Good luck. Have fun.